Hey man, this video is gonna show you how I got that Chris Brown vocal sound using my brand new Chris Brown vocal template in Studio One. What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Let's get down to the Chris Brown sound. All right, let's first just start by taking a listen to what I did with this session.
Fucking Robitussin. I don't know why this shit got me lazy right now, yeah. Can't do Percocets and Molly. I'm turning one, trying to live it up here, right. Baby, you can ride it, ooh, yeah. Bring it over to my place, and you be like, baby, who cares? But I know you can. Bring it over to my place. You don't know what you did to me.
And I was able to get that sound, and I don't have a singing bone in my body. Let's go ahead and break down this template so that you can start to recreate this in your session. All right, so once you download this template from my website, Wavy.com, the first track that you will see in here is a beat track. Now, I've already set this beat track up so that once you drag and drop whatever beat that you're using, it's automatically going to be set to the appropriate level for recording. This beat track is going to be trimming that level back so that we have some headroom for our vocals. Let's take a look at the mix section here. All right, so on that beat track, if I scroll over, you'll see that, yeah, I'm using the mix tool. This is a stock Studio One plugin, and then I'm also using the auto key, right? Now, auto key, this is what really helps me because I obviously need to use auto tune, and if you want that Chris Brown sound, you're gonna need to be using auto tune too. So I'm using auto key to basically just play through the beat, find out what the key is of the song, then I hit that send to auto tune button, and it'll do the rest of the work for me. All right, now the next thing that you will see on here is a record track. It's very important that you record on this record track because I've set it up to have low latency processing. That means that you're not going to worry about any delays or echoes that y'all call it in the headphones as you are recording. So what you want to do is simply record on this track. Let me just demonstrate that real quick. Record on this track, record on this track. All right, once I record something on that track, then I'll simply bring that clip down to whatever track that it needs to go to. So in this case, if it's going to be a lead vocal or a hook sound, harmonies, backgrounds, whatever, there's tracks for those that you will be able to see. You can just scroll through and get the appropriate and drag in and drop it on the appropriate track. All right. So next is going to be my lead vocal treatment. It's my standard lead vocal treatment that I've tailored to match the Chris Brown sound. Most of these plugins are going to be using Waves plugins. That makes it very easy. If you go to waves.com and you cop the Horizon bundle, I'll leave a link to that in the description. Then you will have all of the Waves plugins that I personally use. I don't really use anything outside of that Horizon bundle. So if you get that, you will be good. And pretty much all the templates you'll be like 90% covered on most templates. Now, there are some other plugins that I like to use to add some special effects here and there, but you may not need those if you just don't want to add that extra sauce to it. All right. But if you see this whole vocal chain minus the auto tune is all Waves plugins. All right. So coming down, let's just take a listen though, because this is something special that's and new to this Chris Brown template that I added, and these are the effects tracks. So I have two delay effects tracks that are included in this session that give you that unique futuristic sound that was present on this record, right? So I basically just emulated what they did in the original mix. Let's take a listen to this section right here.
Right now, yeah. Can't do Percocets and Molly. I'm turning one.
Right, so you hear that delayed Molly. Let's hear it again.
Can't do Percocets and Molly.
Basically, the way I just did that was I basically just separated the Molly word, right? So if this was all one clip, you would just select the part of the clip. You would just select the part of the clip that you want to separate, hit the B key on your keyboard. It'll break this clip into its own clip, and then hold the option key to drag it down, right, and make a copy of it. So you just want to copy that one word or one phrase that you want to have the effect on and bring it down. So this first one is going to be like a longer effect. The second one is a shorter effect time. Okay, so let's hear it.
Oh yeah, can't do Percocets and Molly. I'm turning one, trying to live it up here, right.
And you'll notice that I have a few more coming up in this next section where the ends of each one of these words, I just simply copied it. You can see how I broke that clip up, right, to make it real simple. Now, if you say, hey, me hitting B is not separating my clip, like again, you just make a selection, you hit the letter B, and it should give you a whole brand new clip. If that is not working for you, go up to the Studio One menu and choose keyboard shortcuts and make sure that your keyboard mapping scheme is set to Pro Tools, all right? That's gonna make sure that you are able to use Pro Tools shortcuts inside of Studio One. So let's take a listen to this section and see how the actual effect is a little different.
Baby, you can ride it, ooh, yeah. Bring it up.
Right, and you can actually change the level. So all of these templates are very customizable. So right now I feel like that effect might have been a little bit too low. So I'm gonna turn up my vocal effect too.
Baby, you can ride it, ooh, yeah. Bring it over to my place, and you be like, baby, who cares? But I know you can. Bring it over to my place. You don't know what you did.
All right. Now, during that chorus section, you'll notice that there's also some stacks on there. I did go ahead and double the actual chorus vocals, and they're being placed. I dragged them. I recorded them on the record track, then dragged them down to my background track, background 1, background 2. On those tracks, you will see that they're pan hard left and right to give a nice wide effect. Yes, you want to actually re-record your doubles, y'all. I know a lot of y'all just try to copy and paste to make doubles. Don't do that. That's not going to give you the intended effect. Recording it over will do a whole lot better job in making that vocal thick, wide, and add some variation to it, okay? So I did that, and I dragged them and dropped them to background 1, background 2. They're pan left and right. I didn't add any harmonies on here, but I have the tracks on here, and they're already full of processing so that you can do it as well. Now, once you drop those on there, there's some individual processing on the tracks, but there's also a bus processing. So my background bus is happening over here, and that's what's giving us that kind of flangey sound and really pushing those background vocals out to the sides to make it a wide experience. So let's listen.
Baby, you can ride it, ooh, yeah. Bring it over to my place, and you be like,
yeah. Now, the mixer on this original song, I think it was TZO, man. But there was like this vocoder pitch down effect that was happening at the same time as that vocal. And so I was able to accomplish that by creating this hook pitch down effect send. And so you'll see from my background bus, I'm actually sending over to that effect send. You can turn this up or down or get rid of it if you don't like that for your song, or you can either place it on other tracks as needed, right? But I'm sending it over to this hook pitch down track. And basically, some of the processing here, I'm hitting it with the auto tune. I got the stock vocoder that's stock to Studio One, a little compression, some little EQ, and then we just sending it off to a chorus effect to get this feeling. All right, so I'm gonna start off by muting this and play it without it, and we'll hear the different texture that gets added when I put it back in.
baby, you can ride it, ooh, yeah.
Kind of boring.
To my place, and you be like, baby, who cares? But I know you can. Bring it over to my place. You don't know what you did it to me.
All right, now that adds a really nice detailed flavor on that track, okay? And then I also have some mix bus processing just to make sure that you are hitting your proper mixing targets, right? So I got the VU meter that as you are mixing and setting your levels, you want to be making sure that you're kind of averaging around 0 VU. Let's see where I'm at.
Baby, you can
Perfect.
ride it, ooh, yeah. Bring it over to my place, and you be like,
right? That kind of action is exactly what you want to see on your VU meter before you do any processing. So I keep that VU meter at the top of my mix bus. And so if you need further instructions on how to use a VU meter and all that, make sure you click the video down in the description. I'll have a whole video on gain staging and using VU meters in your mix, okay? But yeah, that's pretty much how I work around and operate this Chris Brown type of session. You can see that there's other effects from parallel compression, delays, reverb, chorus effects, and others that are also available in here to really give you that pristine sound that you're gonna be looking for, man. Let's take a listen to this one more time.
Fucking Robitussin. I don't know why this shit got me lazy right now, yeah. Can't do Percocets and Molly. I'm turning one, trying to live it up here, right. Baby, you can ride it, ooh, yeah. Bring it over to my place, and you be like, baby, who cares? But I know you can. Bring it over to my place. You don't know what you did it to me.
Be dope.